After Carly Fiorina's chaotic tenure and the HP-Compaq merger's difficult integration, HP brought in Mark Hurd in 2005. No dramatic narrative, no turnaround mythology, just an operator who knew how to read a cost structure, identify inefficiency, and systematically eliminate it. He cut over $2 billion in costs, grew revenue, and expanded margins, and then resigned under a personal conduct investigation before anyone could give him the credit that he deserved. So let's give it to him now. My name is Todd Hagopian, the original Stagnation Assassin, and the author of this book, Unfair Advantage Weaponizing the Hypomanic Toolbox. But today, we're pulling the leadership file on Mark Hurd, CEO of HP from 2005 to 2010, and specifically the operational restoration he executed after the Fiorina era and the lessons his approach holds for post-merger recovery leadership. This is not a tribute, this is a forensic audit. So let's see what he actually did. The leadership stagnation score of HP post-Fiorina was 7 out of 10 on the corporate cancer scale. The HP-Compaq integration had been disruptive, but not fully resolved. Organizational layers had proliferated. The cost structure had expanded during the integration without a corresponding discipline mechanism. Customer satisfaction scores had declined. The board was fractured. The disease was integration debt. All the organizational complexities absorbed during the merger had never been properly digested. So let's do the forensic audit. What did Mark Hurd get right? Well, Hurd applied the 80-20 matrix immediately and without apology. He cut 15,000 jobs in his first year. Now that sounds brutal. Operationally, it was surgical. He was eliminating the duplication and overhead that the Compaq integration had layered into an already complex organization. Every dollar of cost he removed was a dollar that could become margin or be reinvested in customer-facing capability. Revenue grew during the cost reduction, which is the definitive test of whether a cost restructuring is strategic or destructive. Hurd did not cut customer-facing capability, he cut organizational overhead. And that distinction is everything in a recovery scenario. Hurd also rebuilt HP's customer relationships through relentless personal sales engagement. He was known for being in front of major enterprise customers constantly. This is the CEO, which rebuilt the commercial trust that had eroded during Fiorina's integration chaos. But let's do the murder board. What did Mark Hurd get wrong? Well, Hurd's HP became operationally excellent, but strategically static. His entire value creation model was cost discipline and sales execution, which is powerful in a stable competitive environment and very vulnerable in a disrupting one. He significantly reduced HP's R&D investment during his tenure, which produced better near-term margin, but worse long-term competitive position. When cloud computing began disrupting HP's enterprise hardware business, the organization had less innovation capacity than it needed at that time. The personal conduct that ended his tenure, expense report misrepresentation related to a contractor relationship, is a governance failure, not an operational one, but it revealed a gap between the standards that Hurd held his organization to and the standards that he held himself to. That asymmetry is always corrosive when it surfaces, and it always does. The stagnation verdict, 3 kills out of 5. Hurd was one of the finest operational cost structure managers of his generation, and HP's financial performance during his tenure was genuinely impressive. He gets docked for the R&D disinvestment that left HP strategically vulnerable, and for the governance failure that ended up ending his tenure. Study Hurd for post-merger cost structure recovery. Study him as a cautionary tale for the strategic cost of over-optimizing for near-term margins. That's your forensic audit on Mark Hurd. Remember to grab the unfair advantage on Amazon.com. Visit ToddHagopian.com and StagnationAssassins.com. And I'm Todd Hagopian. Remember, cost discipline without innovation investment isn't a strategy. It's just a scheduled decline with slightly better margins.